Dale. Dale más.
Oh my God. Yes. Let's go.
Look. God is coming in.
Dale.
Dale. Ya.
In the aftermath of a ferocious storm caused by the remnants of Hurricane Ida, national and local leaders acknowledged on Thursday that extreme weather events posed an urgent and ongoing threat. The storm in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania and Connecticut and left more than 150,000 homes without power. States of emergency remained in effect across the region by midday Thursday, as officials sought to get a handle on the damage. Many of New York City's subway lines remained suspended into the evening on Thursday. Airports were open, but hundreds of flights had been canceled. The 3.15 inches of rain that fell in Central Park in 1 hour on Wednesday eclipsed the record-breaking one-hour rainfall of 1.94 inches on August 21. The National Weather Service, struggling to depict the level of danger, declared a flash flood emergency in New York City for the first time. A flash flood emergency was declared for the first time in New York City as subway stations were turned into waterfalls and midtown streets became rivers. The state of New York and New York City each declared states of emergency. As of Friday morning, there are at least 8,000 residents without power across New York, according to Power Outage US. In a press briefing Friday morning, Governor Kathy Hochul said, "We're well in excess of $30 million in damage from Ida." More than 100 people were rescued in Rockland and Westchester counties. The inundating rainfall Wednesday evening broke records. Central Park reported a record for rainfall in 1 hour with 3.15 inches from 8:51 p.m. to 9:51 p.m. Nearly 500 cars were abandoned, police said. Many New York communities are now grappling with waterlogged apartments. An artist who lives in Hamilton Heights said his apartment on the 5th floor of one of New York City's Housing Development Fund Corporation cooperatives was inundated with rain.
Like an Audi or something, they've got to move up a little more because they're close to getting stuck with ice.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Dale, dale, más. La dirección para allá, la dirección para allá.
Sí, sí, sí.
Ya no pasa.
Look at this. Fuck this. No, this should be on Twitch right now. Oh my God. Yes. Let's go.
Look.
Look at this commitment.
Mira, llevándose a los árboles. ¿Lo ves? Ya está, ya la trepa. Míralo.
Dios mío, qué susto, por favor.
Para que os hagáis una idea. Vamos, tremendo. Toma.
Madre mía, Quillo.
Significant rainfall in Cartagena and Granada in the south of Spain has caused severe flooding, sending vehicles and objects plowing through streets, as water poured into nearby properties at a significant rate. The weather event forced emergency services in the Murcia region to respond after 160 weather-related incidents occurred earlier this week, flooding roadways after rivers broke their banks. Multiple municipalities within the Spanish territory have been affected by the storm, with Cartagena and Granada the worst hit after 50 liters per square meter poured down in just half an hour and strong winds damaged trees and lampposts. The Cartagena region has suffered from repeated flooding, with changes to the natural drainage network due to planning and development in the area having impacted the territory's resilience to severe rainfall, raising the threat to residents and the risk of economic losses. While the south suffered particularly badly, other parts of the country, including the northwest, fell victim to intense storms on Monday night, as basements and garages were flooded and people were trapped in vehicles.
Well, there goes our chance at our 20-pound pumpkins, because there's no more garden.
Oh, somebody's trampoline across the street.
Four windows.
A powerful thunderstorm hit Regina hard Tuesday evening. The storm rolled through just after 7 p.m., bringing with it high winds, heavy rain, lightning and hail. The storm knocked out power to Ponce, northeast Regina and surrounding areas. A late summer storm tore through Regina on Tuesday night, golf ball-sized hail and winds over 90 kilometers per hour, according to a preliminary report from Environment and Climate Change Canada, ECCC. According to the report, Regina saw wind gusts as high as 93 kilometers per hour and hail as big as 4.5 centimeters. ECCC said it received reports of localized flooding. In northwest Regina, several trees were downed by the weather event, and City of Regina crews are on scene. The northwest part of the city had the most rainwater that came down, and there was some localized ponding and flooding in the area, said Curtis Donnie, the City of Regina's Director of Water, Waste and Environment at an update Wednesday. Donnie encourages all residents to remove debris from nearby storm drains, given how many leaves were raised from trees and carried to catch basins by runoff. In addition to the downed trees, the hail also caused damage to a number of homes, vehicles and yards. Speaking to CTV News, SGI spokesperson Tyler McMurchie said that the company expects this storm to be a significant event for insurance claims. We obviously advise folks to inspect their property, inspect their vehicles for any signs of damage, and if they do have a claim, if it's a property claim, they'll want to get in touch with their broker, commented McMurchie. If they do business with SGI Canada, contact their SGI Canada broker and they'll start that process. McMurchie added that those who have auto claims can file online, and that consumers are welcome to contact one of SGI's claim centers for help.
Worst storm I've seen for a long, long time.
Chicos, acaba de entrar en erupción. No me lo puedo creer. Llama a Claudia, llama a...
Paraíso, que la calle Alcalá.
Wow, qué pena, tío. Wow. Toda la vida trabajando para esto.
De verdad. Ay, se me cansa el brazo.
A volcano erupted on the Spanish Canary island of La Palma on Sunday, sending lava shooting into the air and streaming in rivers towards houses in 2 villages from the Cumbre Vieja National Park in the south of the island. Authorities had begun evacuating the infirm and some farm animals from nearby villages before the eruption at 3:15 p.m. on a wooded slope in the sparsely populated Cabeza de Vaca area. 2 hours later, with lava edging down the hillside from 5 fissures torn into the hillside, the municipality ordered the evacuation of 4 villages, including El Paso and Los Llanos de Aridane. After nightfall, video footage showed fountains of lava shooting hundreds of meters into the sky, and at least 3 incandescent orange rivers of molten rock pouring down the hill, tearing gashes into woods and farmland, and spreading as they reached lower ground. One stream, several hundred meters long and tens of meters wide, crossed a road and began engulfing scattered houses in El Paso. Canary Islands President Angel Victor Torres told a press conference on Sunday night that 5,000 people had been evacuated and no injuries had been reported so far.
Fila, déselo, y hermanos, cuidado. Tyle. Ja von der Linie von 30, das hast du mit Hand, das bitte.
Scientists were surprised by Monday's 5.8 magnitude earthquake in Arkelokori, in Iraklio on Crete, which is estimated to have been the culmination of a prolonged and unusual seismic sequence that began a few months ago. At least 20 injured, while homes and churches were damaged. It also caused rock slides near the country's 4th largest city. The quake sent people fleeing into the streets in the city of Iraklio, and schools were evacuated. Repeated aftershocks rattled the area, adding to damage in villages near the epicenter. After an uneasy night rocked by multiple aftershocks from Monday's destructive 5.8 magnitude earthquake, residents of Heraclio in Crete were sent scurrying into the streets again on Tuesday morning by a fresh tremor of over 5 on the Richter scale. According to the Geodynamic Institute of the National Observatory of Athens, the 7:48 a.m. tremor had a preliminary magnitude of 5.4 Richter and its epicenter was 23 kilometers south-southwest of the city of Heraclio. It was followed by successive aftershocks as strong as 4.4 to 4.5 on the Richter scale. International and domestic flights to Heraclio Airport weren't affected by the quake, while the region's Hoteliers Association said there was no serious damage to any hotels in the area, which includes many popular holiday resorts. Greek authorities set up tents for the homeless residents of the village of Arkelohori, Crete, after an earthquakes. Tents were also set up at villages along the municipality of Minoas Pediatas, where hundreds of homes have been damaged. Tellingly, earthquake also changed long-held perceptions about Crete, which until recently was considered to be prone only to undersea quakes, and therefore protected.
Oh putain, mamie!
Ah, il y a compris. Oh, là il y a un problème. Oh putain, la voiture va avoir de la lumière. Hop. Donc ils ont un coffre. On va avoir le feu. Ouais, rempli d'eau.
Southern France has again been hit with heavy rain, thunderstorms and flooding after a similar deluge just days ago. The equivalent of 2 months' rain is said to have fallen in 2 hours in one area of Gard. 23 people had been rescued from their vehicles by firefighters by midday on Tuesday, according to a report by local media outlet La Provence. A white water rescue team was also deployed towards Nimes and 3 helicopters were on standby near the city. However, an earlier red weather alert for the Gard was eventually lifted and was replaced with an orange alert for thunder, rain and flooding which remains in place. For example, in the Gard department, part of the roof collapsed in the Intermarché shopping center in the commune of Cassard. In the commune of Nimes, a restaurant wall collapsed in the Carrefour Nimes Étoile shopping center. More than 2 meters of water was reported in some of Agen's streets and more than 300 firefighters were deployed. According to the observatory Caraunos, over the course of this morning there had been 19,000 lightning flashes recorded in the Gard, with 1,300 in Nimes alone. Several roads in Milhaud near Nimes have also been flooded in the town of Vergès. Residents reported hailstones of 4 centimeters in diameter falling earlier this morning. Roads have also been flooded around Vauvert, St. Giles, Sommières, Calvisson and Quizzic, with several bridges submerged under the Vidorel River, which has risen by 35 centimeters.